all right. Looks like we getting ready to roll. What's up there, Luke Game? What's happening, my people?
On, sir?
None too much, none too much. We're going ahead and you know, we were talking about this yesterday after the classic battle. So of course I'm gonna call my brother from another mother. We go back too far, you know what I'm saying? What is it, 30 plus years? This man was one of my best men at my wedding, you know, so, you know, he definitely straight hold me down. So I figured that why not go on and review a classic legend battle of yesterday with Primo, DJ Premier, and RZA, which was just straight bananas, I'm telling you.
And the coldest part about this whole thing is how much RZA and Premier created the soundscape that I feel like I grew up to. I came of age to their music. Like every step of the way, their music was there. It was part of the process. So it was to hear them go through their own records and play them back and forth, man. It was amazing.
Right.
But just a little bit about me. People don't know. You know, we like I said, we go way back, but really how we even crossed paths was through the music. It was through the hip hop scene right there in the town, and being a DJ myself, first being an MC and then getting into the radio side later on.
Right.
And then it was funny how we crossed paths again in Fresno, being at competing stations. How did that happen? You know what
that was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy.
The universe just working, so it was
ill. Man. So, I mean, like you said, I mean, with the music, you being in radio, an MC, myself being a DJ, like, geez Louise, 30 years, I think. It's about 30 years. That's bananas, dude. So I'm talking, you know, over 15 years in radio, started in the club back in Miami, Florida, where I got broken in and came to the town and pretty much, you know, mentored by some of the legends, you know, the Roughnecks, C-, Chalk, of course, Eric and Nick Vidal, who greatly helped me in my radio career, and opened a lot of doors that were closed. So I mean, it's just, I mean, I could go on and just say all the DJs from my boy X-Ray, A-Dub, Alex G. I mean, it just goes. My boy, Dirty Jeff, of course, my DJ party. You already know how I get down out there in AC. So, you know, I mean, we got a lot of history. So I figured we could bring a lot to the table, just to, you know, have a discussion on this battle last night, coming from an MC point of view, coming from a DJ point of view, and just kind of seeing where everybody else kind of lies in at, and then just have to go from there. So I think one of the key things when we're talking about any type of list or any discussion that a lot of cats intelligently don't do is to set parameters or what's the criteria, because you can go off and say, oh, who's the best MC, but what's the criteria? Or what's the top 5 beats? What's the criteria? Once we lay this foundation of the criteria,
so what's yours?
Going ahead. So first and foremost, with this beat, with this battle, like we were talking yesterday, it has nothing to do with MC. Zero. Zero. Even though it's cool to hear Ghost, cool to hear Big, cool to hear Guru, rest in peace, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for to hear these beats, the impact of it, how it makes you move sonically. I mean, as a DJ, I listen to everything, man. I'm listening to everything in the beat. The simple stuff that I love that I'll pick out. And so that's basically, for me, you know, what I was looking at as in what beat I was hot. It had nothing to do with, what was the hottest in the club? What was the hottest on radio or anything? Most of these beats, go ahead.
So for you, it sounds like it's the sound of the music and the song and the impact.
Yeah, and sonically.
At the top of your,
sonically, For
me, my criteria is thinking back, because see, we were outside when these records came out. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they weren't outside. They were still, you know what I'm saying? They were still, you know, they were still up under mom's wing, but we weren't just on the porch. We were out in the street.
That's right. So that's right.
I know what the climate was when a lot of these records came out. So I'm thinking of what was the impact at that moment. But then my other criteria is what's the lasting impact? Does it still have impact now in 2020? You dig?
Yeah.
And like, does it still hit the same? Because a song that was incredible in '94 might sound dated in 2020.
It doesn't age. It doesn't age well. It didn't age well at all. I agree with you.
So that was my main criteria, along with everything else. So
okay. So so let's do this, because I definitely want to make sure I'm going to bring up the page here real quick, because I definitely want to make sure I'm responding to individuals on here. Well, and, I agree with you. Let me see here. There we go. I just want to make sure I'm responding to cats. So let's go ahead and get into it. I got actually my list. I got two lists, so actually cats can see I was really about it.
Yeah.
That's the list. Now all this Mark stuff, that's my son. He was doing all his stuff.
Okay.
But I was jotting down the songs and the artists as the stuff was going on. And so then we called yesterday and we kind of reviewed some stuff. So so let's get right into it. We'll go with the 20 rounds. We can go afterwards because they went for like 28 songs, but we just want to deal with the 20 songs originally that they had set. So,
I only counted the 20 rounds. I did everything after that was overtime. It was just them messing around.
It's just gravy. So
let's summarize how it went down. So for people that didn't get a chance to see, this was a battle on Instagram Live between the RZA, who is the chief architect of the Wu-Tang Clan and their sound, and DJ Premier, that was the architect of so many different, just the New York sound really felt like it came out of DJ Premier, even though he's from Texas.
What do they call, isn't it, in the hip hop circles, it's pretty much Dre runs the West Coast, Premier runs the East Coast. Isn't that how it went?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure that's pretty much how it went. It was like, it was Dre and Primo, and then everybody else.
Yeah. So they came up with this. They were like, okay, well, we're going to go back and forth with our records. And it wasn't really a battle because they were real. It wasn't heated. It was more like they appreciated each other's music. But the RZA, every round, the RZA played first. And then DJ Premier would come behind it with a record, and then everybody just judged it round by round to see who we thought won that round. Right. And at the end, tally it up and tell, and you make your decision on who you thought won.
Right.
So you want to go through the rounds, or do you want to talk about who you thought actually won overall? Or you want to wait to the end?
Let's wait to the end. Let's deal with the, because we came up with the same winner. But let's go round for round and kind of see, you know what I'm saying, on where they at with everything. So first and foremost, and I went old school with the shirt.
Yeah.
Moment of truth. Gangstar official.
Yeah.
So here's the first round. They came out. RZA came with the Gizza and Liquid Storage. And then Primo came out with Jay-Z, 1,000,001 Questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who you got?
So dealing with that, who did you give the first round to?
I went Premier on that one. I thought the 1,000,001 Questions just has more lasting impact than Liquid Swords. Although Liquid Swords was one of my favorite records of all time.
Right.
But I can't just judge from me. So,
Right. And I think Gizza is probably one of the underrated but most gifted lyrical cats in Wu. That's totally slept on. That's literally people, obviously they throw Ghost out there right off the bat, Ghost and Ray, but Gizza, his wordplay is ridiculous. Like ridiculous. But on that, I definitely too went on ahead and went with Jay-Z and being one questions. I mean the beat was just it was real melodic. I mean it was just flow. It's a Premier. You can hear Premier all throughout that beat, literally. Once again, and for me, just to let people know, this deal was tough. It wasn't. I don't care what anybody say. It wasn't a runaway. If anybody's saying it's a runaway, they don't know music. I'm going to put that out there. If they think, oh yeah, whatchamacallit won 15-5 or this and that, nah, you don't know music. You don't know music. I'm just going to say, you don't know music and you don't know the art of music, the art of hip hop. So that's, I'm just going to put that out there. So, so we got Primo up 1-0. Okay.
Right.
Round 2. He comes out hard. RZA, Method Man, Bring the Pain.
Bring the pain on. Okay.
And then, of course, DJ Premier comes back with MOP, Breaking the Rules.
Brownsville's fine.
So, sir, I'm gonna let you. What did you see in this one?
I mean, once he played that once he started round 2 with Bring the Pain, man, Premier was going to drop something unbelievable, incredible to match that. MOP just doesn't match up, not on that particular record. So I gave that one to the RZA. I thought Bring the Pain was still got that impact. Okay.
So I mean, once again, we agree. Method Man, Bring the Pain. I remember, like I said, I was banging that on the mixtapes. I was banging that at the Greenhouse. Remember the Greenhouse? The after party spot, a lot of cats from this town. When I say the Greenhouse, it was the after party after the after party.
The after spot.
We used to go till like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. And so, I mean, when that beat come on, this is your head.
Man.
That's your head. That's your head. And so, you know what I'm saying? RZA, he did that. He did that. So I had to give that. I had to give that to RZA. So what are we looking at? We're looking at 1-1. Okay, we're looking at 1-1. So we come to round 3. Okay. So we're looking at RZA comes out with another collective Wu-Tang record, Marie. Nice. But I was like,
I didn't even remember this record. Like, that's how I just felt like that was just a misfire. I was like, I think we might have clicked on the wrong record because I don't even remember this record. Like, it had no impact for me whatsoever.
Okay, so we got RZA, and then here comes DJ Premier with Most Def and Mathematics.
I mean, he wins by default. I give it to Premier by default. Mathematics is dope, but it's not like a battle record for your beat. Like lyrically, Mathematics is ill.
Oh, most definitely. Once again, if we're talking lyrics, then I'm gonna be honest with you, and that's no shade to Wu. Yeah. But that's Most Def over there, my guy.
Right.
Right. So that's what it is. So you can say almost like you said, by default, we gave that to Primo.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're looking at
Primo.
What we looking at? 2-1?
Yeah.
2-1 Primo. Okay. So here we go. Round 4. Ooh. Yeah. Raekwon. Wu Gambinos.
Yeah.
For the RZA. And then obviously DJ Premier came out with Big L, rest in peace. The Enemy. Once again, if we were dealing with lyrics, that'd be a close one. But once again, we dealing with the beat sonically. How is it really impacting? And I love from this song, I love the piano riff.
Right.
I mean, that right there, that to me, that's what drives that beat, that piano chord, that piano chord, that piano riff. What do you think?
The Big L record just didn't age that well, And it's unfortunate because Big L really didn't get a chance to step into his superstardom. Like he was destined to be a superstar, but he got murdered before he got an opportunity to. But his impact is still there. People still understand what he was because he was so far ahead of the game. But he just never got a chance to do it the way he really, on as large of a scale as where he becomes a household name. But yeah, that record didn't age very well. So Wu Gambino's was gonna be hard to beat anyway. So
so we're looking at obviously both. So we're looking at RZA back on top over there. So we're looking at what, 2-2?
Yep.
Okay. So we're looking at 2-2. Well, we're looking at, so we go to, let me go ahead and add a couple of deals here real quick.
Yeah.
Going on here.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, before we get to these next few rounds, man, I got it that RZA went on a run right here. He went on a run.
Okay. So we go to
my score.
Let me go on ahead. I'm going back on here real quick.
Okay.
Get that. Perfect. Okay. So here we go. We round 5, right?
Yeah.
So why don't you go ahead? You got your list there. So why don't you go ahead and break off these next 5? Starting off with these next 5.
Okay. Round 5 was a Ghostface Killer record, Run. And from the RZA, and then Premier came back with a KRS record, MCs Act Like They Don't Know.
Right.
The fact it was KRS made it hard for me, but like I didn't feel like that song that record doesn't hit in 2020 like it did back then. If it was back then, it's no question. But in today, I just didn't feel like it aged that well.
Okay. Understandable. I guess this is one of the deals where we kind of veered off. You went with RZA on that. I went with Primo. Once again, that Primo sound, the boom, 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 and then with the jingle cowbell, ding, ding, ding. I listen to everything, and it's just some certain intricate things in the beat that just like, oh man, that's just hype. And then of course with KRS-One on it, of course, no brainer. Once again, we're not talking about lyrics. We're talking about the impact of the beat, how it's moving you, how it impacts. And so for me, man, I had to roll with Primo. I had to roll with Primo on that. So for me at this time, we're looking Primo's up 3-2, and for you it's just the opposite. RZA
3-2.
Okay. All right.
So, I got RZA going on a run right here, so beware.
So go ahead. So that means we're on round 6, right?
Round 6.
Okay.
So round 6, RZA comes back with shame on the N. Tried to run game on the N. It's a Wu-Tang record off the 36 Chambers. Oh man, I promise you, that when that record would come on in the club, look, man, I'm spilling my drink and everything. And then it's going down. So that was the RZA record,
right?
And then DJ Premier played Real Hip Hop by Das EFX,
right?
Which that was nice.
Okay, now let me give you some not history, but just about that particular record, the Das EFX record.
Yeah.
Straight up, I gave that to RZA, hands down, because like I said, I mean, shame on the N. I mean, that takes me back to Jerry Pizza days.
Yeah.
Jerry Pizza out there for the freestyle. What was it? Did we do Freestyle Tuesdays or was it Wednesdays that we used to do the freestyle deal there?
I thought it was Tuesday, but it might have been Wednesday.
A couple of other places, but man, you just want to just wreck the whole shop. But the thing about it is with the Daza Fest records, and I always thought about this because there were 2 remixes, okay? DJ Premier's remix was number 2. The first remix was done by Pete Rock. That remix, I'm gonna tell you right now, if that remix went up that, Pete Rock all day, every day. That's the one that we was banging on the mixtapes and everything on the mix shows was his. That's the one that I banged. That one was just straight bananas. But not his beat, so it is what it is. So with that one, that definitely goes to RZA, hands down. Okay. So for me, we're looking, it's tied right now, 3-3. Yeah. For you, what's the score right now?
I got a 4-2 RZA. RZA's going on a run.
Okay. So so we're going to what, round 7, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So round 7 was RZA came out with another 36 chamber record, Protect Your Neck.
Yep.
One of the best posse cuts all time. So it comes with that. And then DJ Premier countered with Group Home Living Proof.
Right. The boom 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 boom. Yeah. I will go first. For me, this was a tough one. This is when it started getting sticky, where it was like there was no like, oh yeah, that's obvious. I mean, both of these songs, I mean, Group Home came out. That was their second single after they came out with, once again, it's my DJ hat on, with the Superstar. Everybody, especially the DJs that know, especially on radio, and not necessarily the club, because that wasn't a club record. It was a straight underground record that you have for the mixtapes and actually on the mix shows. But Superstar, excellent record. And they followed up with Living Proof. Excellent record. But Wu-Tang, like you said, I mean, that was a ridiculous group anthem record. So it was like, for me, it was really, really tough. I went on ahead and went with Primo on this one. It was a tough one, but I went with Preem on this one with the Group Home and Living Proof. Right.
Okay. I went with Living Proof too. I agree with you there. I thought, I mean, that's stellar production right there. Protect Your Neck was a vibe. It was an energy record. It was a vibe record to get. I mean, it would start a mosh pit in the club, in a black club. Like, that's crazy. But Living Proof was just superior production.
Right. Just excellent. So so for me, we're looking at, for my score, 4-3 Primo right now. And
I got 4-3 RZA.
Okay. All right. Once again, let's go. We had a good conversation on this one last night on round 8.
Yeah.
So go ahead. What are we looking at for round 8?
Okay, so round 8. So the RZA comes out with a GZA record, Cold World, which is a cold one. And then Premier switched it up on us. I liken this to a baseball pitcher that's been throwing 95-mile-an-hour heat, and then all of a sudden he just throws like a 63 mile an hour off speed. It's like he switched it up so much. It was like, damn, I had to really take a moment to try to figure out how to judge this one.
Right.
Premier came with a D'Angelo record here.
Right.
Now you got the GZA, who's like straight lyricist.
Right.
And the D'Angelo record, Devil's Pie, which I didn't even know Premier did, to be honest with you. So
really? Oh yeah. He did that remix. That's a remix. Devil's Pie. Okay. That's not the original. That's a remix.
That's a remix. Okay, gotcha.
That's a remix. And I was surprised too, because going with your analogy, to me, it was like Primo went on ahead and threw 4 balls and walked the cat.
Right.
I'm gonna walk and get up out of here. I'm like, dang, Preem, really? And so I'm like, man, that's RZA all the way.
Yes, RZA.
Yeah, that's RZA. And once again,
I
that's
wonder if Primo was trying to show that, look, I'm how multifaceted I am, that I do other stuff, like I don't just do boom bap. And I was wondering maybe he was trying to show that, but it didn't work. Whatever he was trying to do, it didn't work that round.
well, see, I think we talked about it. It's not like for instance the Timberland battle, where Timberland, like I was telling you, dude, Timberland's got stuff from hip hop, R&B, alternative. He covers like multiple of genre pop, and does them well. Pop does them well, and so he showcased that, you know, when him and Swiss beat. And like I said, his catalog is like 5 times deeper than Swiss's. Yeah. But with this, I thought it was a good look, but it was just kind of like,
not for this. Not for this.
Nah, man. You got too much. I said, Primo, you got too much heat to throw. To me, this is like a B-side record. This is a B-side record. You're supposed to be coming with all your A-side joints, all of it. So, I mean, for that one, I had to bust over to RZA, hands down. Okay.
Yeah.
And so for me, we're tied 4-4.
Okay. At this point, I got it 5-3.
5-3 for
5-3 RZA. Right? 5-3 RZA at this point.
Okay.
So I got it. Like I said, I got him going on a run right here.
Okay. Next, round 9. Go ahead.
Okay, round 9. The RZA's came with another 36 chamber record, Method Man, which to me kicked off their whole movement as far as becoming in the popular culture, popular consciousness.
Right.
So the Method Man record, and then Gangstar, DJ Premier played Gangstar just to get a rep.
Right.
This is tough, but I went with which record still has more lasting impact out of the two, and I gave the edge to Wu-Tang on that one. So I gave the edge to the Wu-Tang record.
Okay.
It was close though.
Okay. Once again, with this record, with Wu-Tang record, with Method Man, like you said, this pretty much kicked off and put Method Man as a default head of the Wu-Tang. Okay, maybe not head of the Wu-Tang, but he was the face of Wu-Tang at this time. Right. It was Meth. And until Ghost and them, but Meth has pretty much always been the kind of, to me, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, he's been like the de facto face, especially in the early years once his album came off. I mean, once his album came out, to Cow, and all the stuff came out with all the with all the singles and everything, and so just banging record, and then Primo comes with Just to Get a Rep with the. I mean, once again, a lot of layers in Primo's beat. Once again, for me, this was tough. It was a tough call. And like I said, you can make an argument for either record. I wouldn't be mad at anybody. Like I said, you're not really losing on picking whoever. I went on ahead with Primo on this one. Like I said, it was close, but I went with Preem on this. And so at this point for me, I got Preem 5 and RZA at 4.
Yeah, and I got 6-3 RZA at this point.
Okay.
So
let me see here. So we're gonna go to 10?
Yeah. So round 10, the RZA played a Ghostface record. Ghostface, one of my favorite MCs of all time. He plays Motherless Child. And then Premier comes back with a Jay-Z record, I believe from Reasonable.
I think you're talking about. I think it's Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah, I think it's on Reasonable.
I believe it's Reasonable Doubt.
The Evils.
Right.
or Devils or however you want to go about it. But
yeah,
that's a hot one. Yeah. What you think, man? You start off on this one.
Once again, you first of all, let's just talk about just even though we're not talking about, MCing has no play to do with the beat, but you're talking about two stellar lyricist cats. Talking about Ghost, which definitely most cats would have Ghost definitely in the top 10 of MCs of all time. Definitely in the top 10. I'm not gonna say top 5, but I can guarantee top 10. A lot of cats, a lot of true heads are gonna have Ghost in their top 10. And then of course you got Hov, which some can arguably say he's the GOAT. Some can argue that. You can make an argument, once again, it goes back to what is the qualifications, what's the parameters? Because people just throw that stuff out there and without giving parameters, are you just talking lyrical content? You talking about is the record, how long the run was? I mean, there's a lot of stuff. But anyways, getting back to the beat. Once again, this wasn't necessarily both banging, but it was, for me, it was an easier choice. With that, I went with RZA with the Ghost. I remember that cut. Once again, that whole RZA sound, real hardcore piano riffs. It just banging. I had to go with RZA on this one, hands down.
Yeah, I went the other way. On this one. I felt like the Motherless Child beat just, it was all right. It was all right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it was like that sample that's a cheat code to me. So I just I was like, man, that's a cheat code. So I didn't give him as much for it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And again, Ghostface, my God, that record is one of my favorites. But when I put them side by side, I don't know. I gave that one to Premier.
Okay. So right now, with halfway through, I got them tied. They nickel a piece. And where are you at?
I'm at 6-4 RZA.
6-4 RZA. Okay. So I'll go ahead and take the next 5, and then you can end up the last 5. So we run into I feel this is where the gloves came off.
Yeah.
This is where the gloves came off. And we come with 11 with Raekwon, Nas, and who else is on that record? I'm trying to remember who else, because Nas comes out fire that first set of bars, right? That first 16. Who?
Yeah. I think it was just those two. Well, that's all I remember, because Nas flamed it, and then Raekwon hung on.
First of all, the title. Let's just talk about the title. Verbal Intercourse.
Verbal Intercourse.
The somatic. I mean, just the wordplay alone. Verbal Intercourse. Ooh, that's just right. As an MC, man, can you speak on just dealing with that as an MC? Because this is your lane. I'm gonna defer to you.
Yeah.
What does that say? Just the title alone, dude.
Hey, I mean, a great title. Let's a real lyricist just go even further than he would under normal circumstances. So you give somebody a great title or a great concept for a record, and you take a wordsmith like Raekwon and a supreme wordsmith like Nas, man, it's gonna be nasty, and that's exactly what they did. I think Nas, that might be one of his best verses of his career. Got to be at least top 10. How he laced that to start the record off, that was amazing what he did on that.
Okay. So and then we slip over. We got still Nas rolling with Primo. Yeah. With Nas, Nas is like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great record.
I mean,
from one of the best who ever did it
too. So
yeah, from one of the best who ever did it.
Yeah.
Once again, I think this is where it starts getting tough. For me, I had to slide on over to RZA for that one.
Okay.
With the verbal intercourse, I had to, I had to,
Yeah.
I had to,
Yeah.
I had to, had to,
Yeah.
had to do it.
I gave that one to Premier. I just felt like the Nas Life record has more lasting impact. You know what I'm saying? Like I was listening to the verbal intercourse, and if I transport myself to the time when it came out,
Right.
I'm like, this song is incredible. But then today I'm listening to it, and not that the lyrics are incredible, but the beat is kind of like, you know, for 2020, it doesn't age as well.
Okay.
Because
Are
some
you
of the
talking about how
elements that
simple it? You talking about how simple the beat is? I mean, it's a very simplistic.
It's simple, but it sonically it sounds more dated sonically because that was the sound at that time. And he was purposely going with a grimy sound,
right?
You know, and so, but then sonically that doesn't really translate into 2020 when the sound is more crispy. You see what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And so it's like that muffled sound doesn't translate over here unless you have different levels within the beat. And so some of the RZA's nasty production doesn't translate to today. That's where I'm like, okay, well, if it's close, I got to look at, well, what sounds better today in today's world.
Okay. Understandable. Okay. Understandable. I see what you're saying. And I do agree with you. I believe that verbal intercourse it's real simplistic, very grimy, but it's very simple in how it's very, it has that tinny, that real tinny sound. Once again, MCs and DJs, some of the verbiage that we're using and the knowledge, you all understand. Kind of the layman individuals that just listen to it, you might kind of get lost, but we're really digging into this, into the music and into the beat, so that way we can be as critical as possible, so that way, you know, we can be as objective as possible, you know. And so for me on that one, I went on ahead and went with RZA. Like I said on that, once again. So for me, that puts Preem down right now, 5-6, and for you.
Yeah, at this point, I got him down. Yeah, I got him down 6. RZA's up 6-5 still at this point.
Okay, all right.
I got DJ Premier on a run.
Okay, so now we go to round 12.
Yeah.
Ghostface Killer. RZA comes out with Ghostface Killer, $150, and then Primo pulls out a right cross with The Question Remains.
The Question Remains.
And the thing that was so cool about it, I pulled that record out of my crates like a couple of days ago. I was going through because I'm looking at doing a live set next week in a straight vinyl set. So I'm going through records. I came across that record, which was hilarious. And then boom, he puts that on there. And that beat I think what really makes that particular beat is whatever the keys of the organ with that monotone, that when he goes boom boom doo boom boom doo, that really doo doo doo. And so I mean, I'm like, dude, he like Primo like really, I mean, he outclassed himself, dude, on that particular beat right there. Now, once again, not taking anything away from RZA, that Ghostface cut, cold cut, but to me, DJ Premier pulled out a Queen of Spades on him. Pulled that Queen of Spades out on him and went pow. Go ahead. You gonna show something? You gonna show something? And what I say with this, to me, Ghost just led with like a 10 of spades. You know, he led with he was running spades, but you know, it's like I'm gonna go low And Primo like, okay, then let me just throw that jack on you. Boom, there it is there. So
yeah. So at this point, I got it 6'6". Premier has came from way back because, like I said, I had him at down 6'3" after round 9, but he came back and tied it up by the 12th. And like I said, I got Premier on the run, so it's
and
so that's in that way. But right now he's on the run.
So with this right now, so we're 6'6". Am I right? Are we both 6'6"?
I think I know I am.
Okay, yeah, I am too. At this point, it's dead even. It's dead even at 12. So we got 8
rounds left.
Woo! This round right here, I told you this for me was tough. One of the toughest rounds, round 13.
Yeah. This was a defining round. Round 13 was defining.
Here it is right
whoever
here.
wins this has all the momentum.
Raekwon, Ice Cream. Now I'm gonna tell you, not only was this a big record, I mean, it crossed MTV, on TV apps. I remember I think I got my baby sister one of the shirts because they had butter pecan, and chocolate, French vanilla with the woman. It was totally pounded. So I mean, Ice Creams, dude, that video, dude, was crazy. The beat is crazy. And then, oh my God, dude. Primo with the R. Kelly sample, unbelievable. And I talk R. Kelly. It is what it is. Okay. I don't even trip on that. I just a sidebar, I can separate the two as a DJ. That's just me. Some can.
I won't listen to his music, but if you're just sampling him on the hook, I'm cool with it. But I still don't listen to his music. But that's a personal thing. That's just right. Just whatever. But
so he comes with the unbelievable, and I think I told you this story that I remember when I first heard this record. It was back when I was attending Bakersfield College and I was working on the radio station at KBCC. Alex can verify because we worked together.
Do they still have a radio station there?
Huh?
Do they still have a station?
No, not anymore.
Oh, okay.
And so me and Def Jep was doing a show and we had the Roughnecks on. We had C Minus and I come through, dude. It was so awesome. It was so awesome.
Yeah.
And C Minus played this record. Let you know, man, I remember it all. And he beat toggled this record so cold that I had to take the particular beat toggle pattern that he did with the record. And it was just, oh, dude, it was just, once again, just classic. Once again, salute, shout out to the Roughnecks, DJ Chalk, C Minus, right there. From going from KKXX to Power 106. I mean, salute, man. I can't even say enough about those brothers. But anyway,
absolutely.
And so once again, this was tough. I told you, for me, I made this a tie. I couldn't. I couldn't.
You can't do that. Well, I feel you though. I feel you.
You know what?
I feel you.
It was just.
There's no wrong answer on this one.
Do what now?
There's no wrong answer on this. If someone said Raekwon won this round, I can't argue it. I mean, to me, there's no wrong answer. I went BIG on this. I think I felt like just from the feeling, because I love both of these records, but when I heard them side by side, that unbelievable record, man, I hopped up and took off running. So I mean, I knew I was like, okay, well, that's the winner right there. That's him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like,
it's now obviously sitting here now. If you like Turb, you got to pick somebody. I probably would, and listen when I say reluctantly, what I mean, because like I said, I think these records are so close, it's really tough to make a call. But like you, I probably would go with Unbelievable. For me, I hate to say it, but for me, that brings that record over the top is the R. Kelly sample.
True.
It's R. Kelly sample. I think that's what takes that record over the top. Because what is it? It comes from R. Kelly, Your Body's Calling.
Yeah.
Calling. He says, unbelievable how your body's calling to me. And so,
but just to illustrate how hard this choice is, one of the guys that I listen to his podcast, he's actually from Brooklyn.
Okay.
He went with the RZA in this round. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And like, you know what I'm saying? That Biggie is Brooklyn's finest. You know?
Yeah.
He was like, nah, I got to go with Ice Cream on this one. So that tells you how hard of a choice it is. And there is no wrong answer for round 13, but I definitely gave it to Biggie.
So,
on that
like
one.
I said,
on that one.
Yeah, so if I had to pick it, like I said, I originally made it a tie. But if I'm going, I'd have to. It's not that I have to. I would just pick Primo on that. Like you just said, there's literally no wrong answer on this round. I mean, it's just it is what it is. So if I look at that, both of us, it puts us what is it? Primo 7, RZA 6.
Yeah, I'm at 7-6 Primo.
Okay. So now we go to another tough one, round 14. This right here, when RZA came out, when he did this with OD in Brooklyn Zoo, I was like, oh, dude, it's a wrap. No, I really thought, I'm like, oh, dude, I was putting a hash mark in his corner. Because I remember when this came, I mean, doom, once again, dude, RZA's hard with those piano keys, dude. He goes hard with it. But what does, and I was thinking about this because I thought actually Primo was going to save this for later, like round 18, 19, somewhere right there.
But he needed it right now. He had momentum, and it's like you got to keep your foot on his neck right now. That's where I saw it. I was like, oh, you ain't playing. Okay.
And he comes with the man of knowledge and power, Jeru the Damager, off his first album, Can't Stop the Prophet, with the classic Come Clean, his first single, Jeru's first single that came out. And I'm telling you, when we talk about the respect that they had, when after they played the record, RZA was like, dude, I was trying to figure out on how you did that water sound. Did you slow it down, or did you? Because everybody's like, dude, he sampled dripping water. Dude, who does that? Who does that, dude?
The back and forth between them, between records, of just giving respect to each other and just telling like quick little stories in between records. It was like, man, you're sitting there at the feet of masters, just listening. It's like this is a moment where you don't talk, you shut up and you listen, because these are two of the greatest to ever do it. And you know, and it's not, it's a competition, but it's not. It's like a celebration of each other's catalogs, man. I thought it was dope, man.
And what made it? Go ahead.
Here's one thing.
Okay.
Nobody caught at the moment, but the homeboy, Doggy Diamonds from New York caught this, and he was the first person I saw that mentioned it. RZA did not produce Brooklyn Zoo.
Okay.
He did not produce that record. That record was produced by True Master. He's not on that record. He slipped one in, but he did not do that record.
And you can well, I mean, we could probably verify it right now.
I verified it.
Wow.
He did not produce that record. It's his guy. That's his artist. He might turn some knobs on it, but he did not make that beat. True Master made that beat.
Okay.
So he slid one in. I mean, I still got him losing the round, but you know, that's.
Oh, snap. You know, trusty Google. Trusty Google.
See?
Oh, snap. True Master produced.
I wasn't even sure if he did the Buck 50 record from round 12, but I looked it up and he did. But
recorded 1995. Wow, dude, that's bananas. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. So like you said, he just slipped that in.
He just slid it in. I mean, I know that's your guy, but. You know, and you executive produced the album or whatever, but that's not your beat.
Right.
That shouldn't even been in it.
Right.
So,
Man, so well with that one, what are we looking at? So with that was Primo all the way.
yeah, it gotta be.
That was
Even
Primo.
if you thought this Brooklyn Zoo record was better, you gotta get at the Primo just because not his beat.
That right there, I would put in his top 5 beats of all time. That in Primo's top 5 beats of all time, Come Clean.
Man, it might be number 1, man.
Dude, that
it might be number 1.
Man, dude, that was bananas. So now, I guess we both at 8-6 Primo.
Yeah.
8-6 Primo. So we go on to round 15. He comes back with another banger, an ODB banger.
Yep.
Shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away. ODB. Banging record.
Banging record.
Banging.
He needs to change the momentum. The momentum's all on Primo right now.
Yeah, he's got
to change it.
He got to
shimmy, yeah. I get it. Okay.
But but he come in with Brooklyn's finest once again, the Notorious B.I.G. and kicking the dough. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And what you gonna do, man? Like, come on, man.
What you gonna do? Hey, come on, kicking the door, waving the fofo.
I knew Premier was saving all these, and I was like, he's like RZA went on that run earlier.
Yeah.
And I noticed he didn't play none of these to counter him, but I was like, oh, he's saving it up for the back half of the. I was like, oh, this is gonna be, this could get ugly.
Yeah. And so that, I mean, the kick in the door was just ridiculous. Boom, 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 boom. So it is what it is. So we give that to Primo hands down.
Right.
So we're looking at 9-6. Primo's on a run right now.
On a serious one.
Okay. So why don't you take the last 5 there, sir?
Okay. So last 5. So the RZA, again, he needs one at this point in the battle. So he plays a Biggie Smalls record, which was okay. So since Biggie's carrying the night right now, he comes with his Biggie Smalls record, Long Kiss Goodnight.
Yes, excellent record.
Yep. And then Premier countered that with Gangstar Above the Clouds.
Would you say, okay, I'm gonna bring back your analogy. Do you think Primo threw another walk here?
I think, to be honest with you, I felt like Primo felt like, you know what, man, I'm not finna run the table on this, man. Like, I don't even want to do him like this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I felt like it was a walk. I feel like it was an intentional walk.
A pity pick. It's like a pity pick. Because because Primo was going second, so it's like, what? I'm gonna go ahead and give you one.
Man, he was counter punching the hell out of him from round 10 on. So yeah, he just threw one out there. I mean, it was an opportunity to throw another Gangstar record out there, so why not?
Okay. So we go with RZA. Obviously, we both go with RZA on this one.
Yeah.
And so now that brings the tally back up, what, 9-7?
9-7.
9-7, still Primo. Okay. Yeah. So here we go into round 17.
Yeah. So 17, the RZA goes with a Ghostface Killer record, and when he was still Ghostface Killer, not just Ghostface.
Right.
He went with Assassination Day off Ghostface's first album.
Right.
And Premier counted that with New York State of Mind, a Nas record off of
probably one of the greatest top 5 greatest albums ever done in hip hop.
Right. He comes with what could have been the best beat on Illmatic. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna say could be, but I myself, I would either put that to Memory Lane or it's hard to tell. You know.
Yeah.
You know, and I can't sleep on the Q-Tip beat too.
Right.
You know, boo, 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 boo.
Oh yeah. Take
So,
that back. No, not could be the best beat on there. Yeah, let's take that back. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So
but between those two records, I gave that one a nine. I mean, to Premier, I thought the Nas just had more lasting impact than the Ghostface. Even though Ghost, my God, man, I'm killing Ghostface in this, but it's the records.
You ain't giving Tony Starks no love.
Man, that's my God too. Damn.
Oh man, but you know what? I'm following right behind you. I mean, New York State of Mind, dude. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, what else? I don't think I need to even add anything of what you already said, dude. It is what it is. So we popped that in, and we're looking at, was it 10-7?
Yeah, 10-7.
10-7. 10-7.
So
here we come in the late round.
One more. He just really need one more out of the last three.
Yeah.
To seal it.
Right.
So RZA really needs one here. So RZA, around 18, he comes with a record off the Raekwon, the Purple Tape, Cuban Links. He comes with Criminology, which is just a back and forth with him and Ghostface.
Right.
One of my favorite records of all time.
Okay.
And Premier counters that with, like, if you had to design a hip hop club record from that era that was true to the art form but still would ring off in the club, Dwick is one of those records from that time period. From that time period, he played a Gangstar record, Dwick, with Nice and Smooth on helping out on it.
Yes, with Greg Nice handling the whole hook, most definitely.
And so I went the opposite way of you on this one, man. I still went with the Criminology record.
Now this is, you're right. This is where we split right here. And I think once again with this, I don't think it's a wrong answer at all whatsoever. I mean, that Criminology goes super hard. I mean, once again, if we're talking lyrically, of course, I'm gonna go with Ray with this matchup if we were going lyrically. But I mean, Gangstar, when you think of just the beat, the impact of this record you heard everywhere. You heard everywhere. I mean, it was just it was just bananas. And so for me, I had to give that to Primo. I mean, just the Wick is just remarkable, remarkable record. Just remarkable.
Yeah.
So with that being said, that puts us at what are we looking at? Puts me at 10-7. 10-7. Primo. You're at 9-8, right?
Let's see. No, I'm at this point, I'm at 10-8.
10-8, okay. Wait, 10, you mean 10-7?
No, that was round 18.
Oh, okay. No, okay. So, okay, got it.
Remember, you got one draw in there. That's probably why yours.
Yeah. Okay. So with that, no, because I went with that. So that would be actually, what is it? Yeah, 10-7. So, and then I have to count that other one. So now we move into the last two rounds. You figure that stuff is gonna be heated right here.
My bro, I'm here.
Okay. So we're looking at the last two rounds. What are we looking at here? Round 19.
Yeah. So 19. Raekwon, RZA starts off with another Purple Tape record. Raekwon, Incarcerated Scarface. I believe this was a back and forth with Ghostface again. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is it Ghostface on? I think Ghostface is on this. Yeah. So he came with another Purple Tape record.
Yep.
And Premier counted that with a Royce the 5'9" record, Boom.
Right. I will tell you, I really love that record. First of all, I love Royce 5'9". Dude, He's official. Royce is official. That beat, I played that in like at Jerry's Pizza on the mix shows. It's a remarkable record. But just I go back to the Raekwon Incarcerated Scarfaces. I guess the keyboard guitar, the doo. I mean, it's just man, I had to go on ahead. For me, that was RZA. I had to get RZA for sure.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
So, let's see. All right. So, let me see here. Just a second. All right. So, what round are we on?
Huh? We are on 19. Okay. Don't freeze up on me now. Unfreeze. While I'm waiting for Lou to unfreeze here, we on 19. Like I said, with Raekwon, Incarcerated Scarfaces, and Royce 5 to 9. Boom. For me, I had to give that on over to Raekwon and Incarcerated Scarfaces for RZA. And so for me, there you are, you're back. For me, I've got the score 11-8 right now. Going into the last round, the last record. Oh, while we're doing this, let me make a shout out to all the folks that have been in the house. I didn't have the chat on. I mean, I had the chat on, but I wasn't looking. I see my sis Chris, aka Little Bit, on there. Cabinet. I see some people on the check-in. My sister-in-law on the check-in, my boy Big D, Derek, my cousin Vince. I see Trace is in the house. Terrence Paul in the house. KR, how you doing there, dear? My cousin Ash. My boy George Herrera. We go back to Fresno, back to out there at our radio station out there. I mean, just a lot of stuff we definitely appreciate you checking it out for sure. All day, every day. So just like I said, a little something to give us, to give our opinion, just to throw it out there, because like I said, it was hot, and it's something that me and Lou probably might wind up doing on a regular. So once again, I appreciate everybody kind of checking us out. Even if you just come and check in for a couple minutes, we appreciate you most definitely. And hopefully, like I said, it's something that me and my bruh will do kind of on a regular about, not only just music, but other topics, of course. So let's get right into the last round, round 20, which I thought probably was the best, probably the best round.
Hey, so round 20. So you got the RZA comes with a Method Man, Mary J. Blige record. You're All That I Need. I think it's a Razor Sharp version, not the Puffy version, right? So he does that, and Premier, comes back with another Biggie record. When he needed a round, he went to a Biggie record almost every time.
Yeah.
Leaned on Biggie. Came with the 10 Crack Commandments.
And can I just be honest with you? When RZA put on that Mary J record, I literally was like, okay, we're done. This is his round. Right. As soon as Primo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm like, I just threw up my hands. I'm like, dude, how dirty can you be? Like, for real. How you gonna do this? How you gonna do this, brother? How you gonna do this, brother? Dude, I'm like,
hey, he did it. I mean, I ended this thing 12-8 premiere. You know what I'm saying? That's how I had it counted out.
Now originally I had an 11-8 because I had that tie, like I told you, with Unbelievable and Ice Cream. But if I went on ahead and voted and I had to pick one, like I said, I'd have went on ahead and went with Preem. So that would have put us actually at the same 12-8. Preem.
Yeah.
There it is there.
There it is.
There it is there.
Now, can we talk about what records that we felt should have been played that did not get played? Can we talk about that?
Please, let's talk about that real quick.
The top 20, because the 20 was the competition. They played the records later, just kind of like in overtime, just hanging out, just kicking it.
Right.
But I'm like, some of those records, I'm like, why didn't you play that?
Like, okay, let's go with real quick while we got a few more minutes. Let's deal with RZA at first. What are some of the records you felt RZA should have dumped in lieu of a few of these kind of you could have put this over here, that Maria record. I go like this. In round 3 with that Maria record, he could threw Triumph in there.
Wait, say that again? Oh, Triumph, right.
I said he could have pulled Triumph in there. I told you, dude, off the double album, off Wu-Tang Forever, there's like 5 records he could have dumped in. You know?
The fact that he didn't play it makes me want to look it up to see, well, did he even make that beat then?
And here's the other one that he played later. It's Yours. Dude, that's another banger. Another banger. And I'm like, oh, I got Dirty Deaf Jeff in the house. What's up, boy? I was giving you mad props. I was giving you mad props that, man, we go way back as DJ partners, man. Funk Kingdom, all day, every day, man. Appreciate it,
the recliners.
Oh, man. Got my boy Chris up in the house. I was going back and forth on his Facebook line yesterday during the battle. What's up, fam? Yeah, I mean, Triumph, I know you're looking up. Are you looking up
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking it up, but it's got him listen. I don't know why he didn't play that. Like, that was one of the records that I was like, okay, when he needs a round, all he got to do is play Triumph.
That's it.
He never did.
He didn't. He played it in garbage time when it didn't count.
When it didn't count. He didn't play Cream. I thought Cream was an
he played that at 21. Even Primo questioned him on that. He's like, dude, you didn't pull Cream out? Dude, that right there, to me, that if Cream and like Unbelievable, I believe Cream would have beaten out almost anything Cream put out there.
It would have made it very difficult.
Yeah,
or
I mean,
it would have made him spin one of them hot ones early,
because if he would have thrown out Cream, he would have had to put some heat out early.
He would have to take one of those Biggie Trump cards and play that early
he would
round.
He would have had to play that small Joker.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So,
most definitely. And so, it was just the one thing I thought was interesting is that the Kanye West record, I didn't know he did that Dark Twisted Fantasy. I didn't know that. I didn't know that
either. I mean, I knew he was on the record, but I thought the production on there was an homage to him. I didn't know he actually did the production himself. So that kind of threw me off a little bit.
I think that surprised a lot of people because I was like, dude, I didn't know you were on Kanye record. And, he gave Kanye major props and, propping him up as the genius that he is and, and gifted and everything. So definitely cool. Most definitely for sure.
Well, but what about Premier? Like, why didn't he play Superstar?
Correct. Superstar. How about Mass Appeal?
Mass Appeal. Yeah. He played that.
That's one of my favorite records. Mass Appeal right there. Bing bing. Right off.
You know what? When he played Mass Appeal in overtime and I was listening to it, I was like, you know what, this record doesn't hit in this format. Like I think that's a beatable record in this format.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. I don't know if it's because I don't know what it was, but it was something about it when he did play it. I was listening to it, and I was like, yeah, that maybe that wouldn't have worked. Maybe it's best that he left that off.
Right. Everything he played in Garbage Time, and you guys that are checked in or whatnot, you can let me know, Chris or whatnot and everything. Pretty much everything that DJ Premier played in Garbage Time, it's like it was okay. It wasn't nothing. He played the Kanye, KRS One, Nas, Rakim classic. The only one I would say that probably had legs on it was Represent, Nas, once again off the first album. Outside of that, I mean the Jay-Z record, So Ghetto, A Friend of Foe, didn't do anything for me. Didn't do anything for me. Christina Aguilera, I think that's cool, showing you're diverse. But once again, I don't think this is the place for that record.
Yeah, it's not,
if we trying to see on, your versatility, yes. But once again,
show versatility. Give me
once again, everybody's not a Timbaland. So, I mean, and Timbaland, when his stuff that crossed over were huge records and big hits. So him can do that.
Right.
I love you, Primo, but you can't do that.
No.
Okay? Not in this format. Not in this format. And then Nas, I Gave You Power. And just for me, it just didn't do anything. It just didn't do anything for me. I mean, I'm just saying, it just didn't do anything for me.
So what did you take away from like their strategies in this? Did you feel like how did you feel about how they approached this? Do you feel like they really approached it like a battle? Did they prepare like they were really trying to compete, or were they just doing something?
I think it did. I think the only thing that I think it should have changed, because since Primo always came after him, I thought that was kind of a disadvantage. I think what they should do is for 10 and then switch it up for 10, Primo coming second, and then starting the last 10, I think Primo should go first, because because the thing about it is, you give Primo that whole deal. As he throws in heat, he can kind of lead. It's just like, playing spades. When you're leading, it's real easy to kind of follow. Oh, okay, you led with Queen of Hearts. Okay, I know I need to come. Or playing domino. You know how we do. How we do.
You have played. Oh, you gonna start with the Queen of Clubs? Oh, you thought that's going? Okay, well let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So if you watch the battle between T-Pain and Lil Jon went second, and he just counterpunched him the whole night. Every time, and T-Pain played some joints.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't playing no weak stuff. He played some joints, and every time he played a joint, Lil Jon would come with a record that was just that much better. It was like, you laid a king, I got the ace. You got a queen, I got the king. It was like that all night.
Right.
And you're right. There needs to be a switch up, so each side gets a chance to counterpunch for 10, and then that way, then we'll see what's really happening.
Right. And so that's the only thing. That's the only thing that I see that could have been better in the format. So that way to make it truly, truly even. Outside of that, dude, I think honestly, as of right now, it's been the best battle. Because I told you the Manny Fresh and Scott Storch, to me, that was just totally unfair. That was just an unfair battle. I mean, Manny Fresh, I love Manny Fresh, but going against Scott Storch, he was out of his lane. Way out of his lane.
He was out of his league.
You dealing with a cat who's a musician who once again, who co-produced probably one of the hardest beats, once again in the top 10 in still DRE, that doom 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 doom, everybody called the training day, and so that was tough act to follow. So I'm like, I mean, before we come to a close, what are some of the battles that you probably would look forward to, or who would you like to see?
I've heard some discussions out there, just some rumblings out there of, well, a couple things. I've heard that the Trackmasters want to battle Jermaine Dupri.
Right.
And a lot of people think the Trackmasters will win that, but I think they selling JD short like JD got a long history with this. Like he's not gonna be no easy win.
Right.
So that's one I would like to see, because I think that would actually be a really good matchup.
Okay.
And then the other thing is if these gods of production want to get in it, you know, what's up with Teddy Riley, man? Does he want to see one of these other, you know?
I heard Teddy wants to smoke. That's what I heard. I heard it. Teddy Riley.
Who want to give it to him?
And so, but once again, you got to go against cats like maybe Babyface or like Rodney Jerkins, Dark Child, stuff like that. I mean, we could do that.
You got to be somebody of that caliber. You can't be no poop butt and think, nah.
No, because Teddy Riley, you talking about the man who basically brought the whole New Jack Swing and ran R&B for. Right. And we can Keith Sweat, we can get LB Sure, we can just start naming around who Teddy was responsible for. I mean, it just kind of depends. It just kind of depends on what they're looking at. Like I said, I mean, if you're talking about group production, like I was said, I'd like to see the Hitmen. You know, I mean, just some producers who I'd like to see. The Hitmen. I'd love to see the Beat Miners. I'd love to see Beats by the Pound. I'd love to see, as in groups, the Bomb Squad.
I'd like to see Organized Noise versus somebody of their caliber. Maybe Scott Storch wants to do another round, man. I'd like to see them against. I'd like to see him against Organized Noise. I think that would be surprising to a lot of people that don't know what Organized Noise do.
Right, and then also too. Cats like, if we're talking about solo beat makers, producers, I'm thinking cats that are getting slept on, like Havoc from Mobb Deep, dude, who's produced, once again, one of the top probably 5 beats in Survival of the Fittest.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Ninth Wonder.
Yeah.
I wish somebody could represent Jay Dilla. Bruh. Because that's upper echelon right there.
Right.
But somebody would have to represent him. Then you're talking about somebody like DJ Quick, who I think it'd be no joke, whoever you go up against.
Man, we need to talk about Quick one of these days, man, because I got some unpopular opinions about DJ Quick, man. It might get my West Coast pass taken away from me, but a lot of people don't want to hear some of my opinions about DJ Quick.
Okay.
But he's a genius. He is absolutely a genius.
Yeah.
But
I always referred to him as the prince and the prince of hip hop. The reason why I say that as in prince, because of number one, he's a true musician. He plays multiple instruments. Not too many cats outside of, like Scott Storch. You can probably name on your one hand how many cats can play multiple instruments like him in the hip hop game. Honestly, I don't know of anybody just off the top. I'm just saying off the top that plays the drums. It kind of reminds me of like with Prince's first album, Dirty Mind, dude. A lot of cats don't know he played every single instrument on that album. Every single instrument on Dirty Mind, which to me, one of Prince's greatest records, dude. Greatest album. Dude. I mean, just sick. And so, I mean, you talking about with Quick, he plays the keyboard, plays drums, plays the bass, just all classy DJs. So
I give him credit for all that.
Dude,
here's what I got for you. I got one thing.
Okay, throw this out before we bring this to go. Go ahead.
Where the hits?
What do you mean where the hits?
Where the hits?
Hey, I'll throw this one out there. This record that a lot of cats don't know. Remember Truth Hurts? Remember Truth Hurts?
Oh yeah, Truth Hurts.
Truth Hurts with the deal? And Dre produced it?
Yeah.
No. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. He was executive producer. You know who did that beat?
Who?
DJ Quick.
Dre
didn't get the clearance. Dr. Dre didn't get the clearance of that sample of that Arabic sample.
That's why you can't hardly find it anywhere.
Exactly. I got it on wax, but I mean, he didn't.
If you didn't get it at the time, it's hard to find. Man.
Yeah, he didn't get it clear, but a lot of cats know that's a DJ Quick beat. DJ Quick.
Okay, got you.
Okay, So
that's always been my criticism of him is that nobody will take away the genius or the regional appeal of his records, but but there's a reason why DJ Quick isn't as large of a name outside of our area of influence of California. You know what I'm saying? That they might know his name might ring bells, but he's not up there with, like, say, a Scott Storch, right? Because Scott Storch has done hit records for multiple regions. He's done East Coast records, West Coast records, down South records, club records. You know what I'm saying? Right. And they were hits. So that puts you in a whole different category. And it's like, and Quick is not even arguably is a more talented musician than Scott. But when it comes down to, can you take your art and put it in a form where it gets that mass appeal, he just hasn't been able to do it on a consistent basis. So I
see what you're saying. We can have that. That's a good conversation, and I think that's a good spot where to leave it at, because I think we can come back. We can come back to that, because we can even spawn into artists. I'll throw an artist out there. I'm not going to speak on it. My boy RZA.
Yeah. Hey, Razzie.
Raz is one of the coldest, but his production, killed him. If he had somebody like a Dre or somebody behind him, he would have been upper echelon. I mean, as in skills, his skills are unmatched. Plain and simple. I mean, if anybody wants to debate me on that, go and listen to a record called Nature of the Threat. Nature of the Threat. It's about a 7.5-minute record where he spits nothing but knowledge. No one else outside of maybe like Chino XL or Supernatural are spitting like that. I mean, it's ridiculous. But like I said, that's going on another tangent, so I just thought I'd throw that out there. But yo, bruh, hey, we've been on for a minute, so look, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, bruh.
Man, I appreciate you.
Gotta do it again.
We definitely have to tell everybody we'll definitely do this again. I think this is something we can do on a regular. Obviously, not this long, but we just had a lot to.
Man, we ain't talked this so long, man. We had to do it like this, man. So
come on.
We'll get it right, but for this first one, man, we had to get the cobwebs off.
Yeah, most definitely. But I see we definitely gonna do this on a regular, not necessarily music, but I know we definitely want to deal with some just real quick with some real issues that's going on in the world also too, that we want to talk about and focus on and really put out there, most definitely. And so which I know that's close to my heart and definitely close to your heart too, and stuff that's happening and following just what's happening in the world, not only what's going on with the coronavirus, but also too dealing with politics, and not only just with politics, but just us as a people. Am I correct?
Absolutely. But man, we might have to split this up into different categories, man, because we're multifaceted gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about a lot of different subjects. So we might have to split it up, and then so that way people know exactly what they get when they tune in. So
most definitely. So once again, hey, we appreciate everybody that logged in, that stayed logged in, that came in and out. Once again, my sis, LB, appreciate you. Chris, most definitely appreciate you. Everyone that checked in, my boy Dirty Jeff. Like I said, everybody that checked in and out, we appreciate you. We love you. You're gonna definitely see us. You definitely gonna see us again. And like Lou was saying, I think the idea is we definitely gonna break this up, because we got a lot of stuff to say, a lot of information to give out, not just music, even though that's our wheelhouse, one of our wheelhouses, but there's a lot of the stuff that we want to cover, we want to talk about, and just kind of put it out there to the masses. So once again, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Anything else you want to say, Lou, before we get up out of here, man?
Man, y'all have a good night. Everybody be safe. Continue to social distance, man. Wash your hands. ashy hand gang. You know what I'm saying? Keep them ashy hands, and you know, and hopefully everybody's families are safe and well.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Like I said, if anything, make sure you stay home so we can get through this and get on the other side. Because all this is a storm, and we'll get through the storm, get to the other side. Okay.
Yeah.
So do what you're supposed to do. Stay home. Wash your hands. Protect your loved ones. Because like my boy said, first comes first. What is it? Worst come to worst? My people come first.
That's
Straight
right.
up and down.
Absolutely.
Straight up and down. Peace. We love y'all. We'll talk to you soon. All right.